Welcome back to another episode of The Rabbi.
I'm the chef.
I'm Rabbi Yisrael Shirak.
And I'm Chef Meir Dreschner.
And here we are in the kitchen.
Today we're making Hamantaschen.
I love Hamantaschen.
Of course, the holiday is
fast approaching.
That's right, it's called Purim.
Okay.
Alright, and for Purim the traditional thing to eat is Hamantaschen.
That's right.
Right. So we're making the traditional Hamantaschen, although, as the rabbi will tell you, you don't always have to use the traditional fillings. You can go off the traditional path.
You can peanut butter, chocolate chips.
Yeah, just about anything.
Whatever your heart desires.
Yeah, whatever your heart desires. So it's nice. It's a nice recipe. It's quite easy to make, and I encourage everybody to give it a try and incorporate your family and kids to do this. So we're going to start with the margarine.
Okay.
The margarine. This is called a short dough. There's a lot of margarine in comparison to the other ingredients. We're going to add sugar. Now you add the sugar, the margarine, and the eggs first, and then it's called the creaming method, and you just whip it together until you get this creamy kind of consistency. After you get the creamy consistency, you add the rest of the ingredients.
Now, Chef Meir, I know some recipes you can substitute oil for margarine. Can you do that here?
You can't. You won't get the same creamy kind of consistency as you can with the margarine.
Okay.
So, or for this particular recipe, you can in some recipes. For this particular recipe, it won't work as well.
Okay.
So we're going to add our flour. Just going to add about 3/4 of the flour. We're going to add a little bit of our baking powder. And then for flavoring we have orange juice and lemon juice.
Now, could you also use a little bit of orange rind or lemon rind?
Yeah, that's right. You could use a little bit of the zest of lemon and orange. It'll give you a little stronger flavor, but you can absolutely do that.
Yeah, a bit zestier.
A bit zestier, yeah.
Well, while you're mixing that, I just want to discuss, and for all our viewers out there, why we eat Hamantaschen. You know, there's a lot of different cookies we could eat. A Windsor tart, a black and white cookie, an Oreo, for that matter. Why a Hamantaschen? Well, when the Jewish people were going to leave Egypt, they didn't have a lot of time on their hands. And they had to decide, how are we going to get the jelly out of Egypt? And we had these cookies that we were, baking for a snack, a midnight snack, if you will. Moshe Rabbeinu was up at night. And so they took this jelly, they put it on the cookie, and then they realized, okay, our bags are filled with all the gold that we just got from the Egyptians. We're going to have to put these cookies in our pockets. So we're going to tighten it up into this little package to prevent the stickiness from getting all over our clothing.
I'll be honest, Rabbi, that doesn't sound like a familiar story. Is that what you've heard before?
That is actually what my 4-year-old told me recently, and I just thought I would share it. Do you know why we eat Hamantaschen?
There was 3 guys one time, and they pulled the cookie in all different directions. Became a kind of a 3-hat looking cookie, and that's why
each person wanted the cookie for
themselves. Each person wanted it, and created this triangle type of cookie, and that's why we do it.
Trying to figure out which property, who owned it, the cookie.
Exactly. That's what I heard.
It's pretty close. So the actual reason, one of the reasons why we eat Hamantaschen and is in the shape of a triangle is that Haman, the evil Haman, wore a triangle-shaped hat. And so to remember and commemorate the fact that the Jewish people were successful, we eat a cookie in the shape of the hat of the person who did not persevere in conquering the Jewish people. Another reason that we eat Hamantaschen is a traditional filling is poppy seeds. And Hamantaschen means a pocket that's filled with poppy seeds.
Mm-hmm.
And like all Jewish holidays, one of the reasons why we have traditional foods that go along with it is that there were some people, they tried to kill us, they weren't successful, we won the war.
Let's eat.
Exactly.
So Rabbi, while you were letting us know about the importance of Purim, so the dough is ready.
Great.
Right, that took no time. This has to go in the fridge for about 20-30 minutes to let the dough stiffen a little bit. It'll be easier to work with. And then we're going to roll it out.
Okay.
So we can put that aside for now.
And you have some dough prepared for us to actually try this.
Yeah, exactly. We've got some dough ready to go right here. We're going to add a little bit of flour to our work surface.
Now, how does it work? Is it hard to roll it into the triangle? That's probably the most difficult part of the cookie, right?
Well, when you were a little child and you had a little circle block and you had to put it into a triangle space, just couldn't do it.
Very frustrating.
Very frustrating. Well, it's not going to be like that hard. It'll be a lot easier. So we've got the dough. I have this prepared. This was in the fridge for a little bit. We're simply going to roll this out. We want to roll it out quite thin.
Okay.
And the nice thing about this dough is that even if it cracks while you're rolling it out, it's very easily you can just pull it together.
Okay.
Paste it back together. Alright, so here you go. You've rolled it out nice and thin.
I don't see any triangles here.
Not yet, Rabbi, but it's coming. So now we're going to have our circle cookie cutters. You can do them any size. We've got a smaller one and a larger one.
Alright, let me try that.
Yeah, there you go.
Does it matter which size you use?
Nope.
Okay.
Got to be a little delicate. Put it onto your cookie sheet. Just a little bit of parchment paper. Alright, perfect. Now it's still circle. We're still not quite at Hamantaschen.
Okay.
Do you want to put a little bit of filling there?
Okay. You say a little bit. I'm going to put a lot of filling because I have a lot of filling in my cookies.
Oh, Rabbi, you know what's going to happen? You put a lot. But when you bake that, all that filling is going to spill right over.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So maybe just about a quarter to about a half of a tablespoon.
Okay.
Should just be enough. So the filling will bubble without it spilling over. It'll be perfect. That's great.
Okay.
All right. And then if you just pinch the front end.
Okay.
Right, I'll pinch the sides.
Don't try and pull my cookie away from me.
I'd never do that, Rabbi. And there you go. You've got a wonderful, a beautiful, delicious looking Hamantaschen.
I'm pinching the sides here.
Yeah.
See, I'm being quite careful with that actually.
That's right. And we want to cement those sides with a little bit of what we call egg wash, just a beaten egg. And all around. This goes into a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. And that's it.
You know, I was going to put a whole bunch of filling in there, and you mentioned to me that you have to be careful because the filling's going to overflow. And I'm thinking to myself, what lesson can we learn from life from the Hamantaschen cookie? And you know, it's very important to be growing and always taking on new tasks, new mitzvahs, and new obligations. At the same time, you want to be careful because you don't want to overextend yourself. If you take on too much, what's something that happens, you're not even going to be able to fulfill those things which you already had in mind to do. The other thing you have to be careful with is that when you take on too much, you end up neglecting the necessities in life, spending not enough time with your family. If you spend too much time at work, it means not spending time with your kids. So you have to be careful if you take on just the right amount. And pinching the corners, that's being precise and detail-oriented. You can't run into shul and put on tefillin and have it hanging off the side of your head so you could run and do another mitzvah. Rather, take the time to do that mitzvah properly. And if you're precise, you'll be able to keep the filling inside, and you'll be able to do those mitzvahs with the zest and be relaxed at the same time.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rabbi. So now that we've shown everybody how to make the Hamantaschen,
Okay?
maybe we can show everyone what the finished product might look like.
Excellent.
And just like you didn't put too much filling, this product that we made earlier, we didn't put too much filling. Nothing spilled over, all the goodness stayed inside.
Excellent.
Just like the mitzvah that you mentioned.
All right, I want to try one if you don't mind.
Yeah.
All right. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu Olam B'Rei Mazonos.
I mean,
That's delicious. And you know what I love about this Hamantaschen? That it crumbles in your mouth, not in your hands.
mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining us. Purim Sameach. Happy Purim to you and your family and all your friends. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We don't want you to miss a single episode. Share us with your friends. There's no reason why they shouldn't enjoy the Rabbi and the Chef. If you're looking for the recipe to this delicious treat, click on the description. You're going to find the instructions there.
You can also go to our Facebook page. You can find the Rabbi and the Chef. Leave a comment, like the page. Perhaps we'll use your idea on a future show.
Tell us what your favorite filling is for the Hamantaschen. We'll see you next time.
Till next time.